And pitches tonight, number 4, Caitlin Henderson. Substitutes, number 11, Haley Coley. Number 15, Autumn Fisher. And number 18, Madison Elrod. Let's give a big hand for the home team, the Chapman Lady Panthers. Chapman High School promotes great sportsmanship. We encourage you to cheer on your team tonight with pride and enthusiasm. Please note that any negative, critical, derogatory, or intimidating comment directed towards players, coaches, umpires, or the fans are grounds for removal from our athletic contest. We want tonight's event to be a positive, educational experience for each student athlete involved. Good luck to both teams. Let's have a great game. And tonight is Inman Youth Association night. We'd love to introduce our team, so if we call out your team name, if you'll stand up, let us clap for you. 8U team, coached by Birdnote. 8U Birdnote. 8U Lipsy. 10U Boyd. 10U Brandon. And 12U Floyd. We appreciate you guys being here tonight. Appreciate all you do. Let's have a great game tonight.
All right, and I think that about wraps up the pregame festivities. We are just a few moments away from the first pitch here between the Chapman Lady Panthers and the Greer Lady Yellow Jackets. The second, or at least the second, non-region matchup for the Chapman softball team this week, trying to rebound after that was an insane game versus Landrum. Hard fought on both ends. It's really a shame that either side had to lose that one because they both played their hearts out. Final was 8-7 in favor of the Cardinals. We streamed that one back on Wednesday night. If you get a chance, I cannot recommend enough watching at least the last half hour of that one. That was a crazy, crazy game. Caitlin Henderson going to be back on the mound here for the Lady Panthers. She has started at least every game that we have streamed. Been a very good pitching option for Chapman thus far. See how the Lady Yellow Jackets respond to, especially Chapman's prowess in the first couple of innings. They've really done a good job of getting ahead early, and they've put the pressure on their opponents to make comebacks late into the game. We'll see if they kind of roll with that strategy tonight, or if they go with the more secretariat routes, as we are in horse racing season. Start out slow and then pour it on at the finish. Trying to find the right camera angle here. I think that's good. And looks like we're about ready to roll. Henderson, winds up for the first pitch and got a hit right down the middle. Brought in by Dixie Frady over at first base, or second base. Throw is made to first. And just like that, Chapman has their first out. All right, and got to grab a picture of Greer's roster real quick. Here's batter number 2 in the rotation. 1 out, no runners on base. Second pitch from Henderson gets fouled off. Second pitch of the game, first pitch in that set. Count's going to start at 0-1. Not sure how much feedback is coming through the microphone, but this very well may be the windiest game we have had all season for any sport. There have been some where it was windy and cold, and kind of a combination of the two. Fortunately, not too cold today, and we got a hit out to third base. Going to be a long throw back to first, and I think they dropped it. Yep, that is a loose ball, and they've got a runner all the way over on second now. Goes down as a double for Greer. So here we go. We'll see how Chapman responds after the whoa, got a big gust of wind coming through. Actually moved my computer across the table Yeah, as I was saying, I think this might be the single gustiest game. Not very cold, fortunately, but the gusts are just insane. The defensive play by the Lady Panthers, though, does not seem to have been affected. Able to get their second out there, though the Yellow Jackets do advance that runner over to third base. So got a player in scoring position. I think some sand from the field might be blown into the crowd. I got something in my eye there. Yeah, we're good to go now. 2 outs and a runner on third here for the Yellow Jackets. Got a swing and a miss on pitch number 1 from Henderson. Start the count at 0-1. And Henderson kind of taking her time, feeling things out. The pitchers should have a pretty big advantage tonight because the wind is actually to their backs. So it's going to give a lot of these pitches kind of an extra boost as they go over the plate. But I think it's going to make things an absolute nightmare for the outfielders on any kind of pop flies that come up. Got another strike by Henderson there. Count moves to 0-2. Here's pitch number 3. Whoa, and that one goes way off. And Greer is going to score. Not sure what happened there, but the Yellow Jackets get the better of it. Greer strikes first, 1-0. Count moves to 1-2. I can only assume that that one just came out of Henderson's hand too late. Had a lot of lift on it, but it really went off to the outside as well. Interesting pitch. We'll see how Henderson rebounds. Longest set so far, and got one right down the middle, fouled off, and kind of lands in front of the Greer dugout. So keep it at 1-2. Wind's starting to pick up again. Yeah, again, to kind of give you a better picture of where the direction is, you can kind of see it, or no, we didn't get to start up before the national anthem, but it is actually blowing right into the camera. So if you can imagine that, you can see that Henderson's probably going to get a little more of a boost on these pitches, and at the same time, anything that goes up is probably going to stall out. If you've ever seen some of the seagulls trying to fly into the wind down at Myrtle Beach, probably going to look a lot like that, but that one does not stall out into the open field, and it's going to go down as a single for the Yellow Jackets. So 2 outs and a runner on first now for Greer. We'll see how Chapman responds after giving up another base hit. Started the inning out strong, though Greer looks to have settled in for the most part. Kirkpatrick up to bat now for the Yellow Jackets. This is number 10, batter number 5 in the rotation. Greer on top, 1-0 early. And got a hit over to third base. Going to be a long throw back to first, and the catch is made. And Chapman gets off the field. Abby Gossett with the grab, and that is going to do it for the top of the first inning. Kind of an up and down performance by the Lady Panthers to start. Went out there strong, got 2 outs. Greer put one on the board, and then Chapman got back in a rhythm, notched that last out, and just like that, we're heading to the bottom of the first inning. Chapman is going to have their first chance to notch on some runs of their own. Back in a moment for the start of the bottom of the second. Bottom of the first. Man, this is insane, this wind. I didn't realize you can kind of use those little sockets that any balls that go into the roof netting drop down through. You can kind of use them to gauge the direction of the wind. It's still mostly blowing in our faces, but it's also gone off to the right a little bit. But again, I'm not sure how much of it's going to come through on the microphone. Judging by my audio meters, it's going to be a lot, but you can actually hear the wind blowing like in the movies when you're out in the desert at night and you hear that sort of sound. It is crazy. And got a loose ball here. That hit is in. Sarah Bird makes it over to second, no problem. And the Lady Panthers start out on offense with a double. So we've seen 2 missed throws to first already. One by the Lady Panthers and one by Greer. Emma Kate Kirkpatrick pitching for the Yellow Jackets. Abby Miller up to bat now, the only senior on this Chapman roster. Wants to go on and be a child psychologist when she begins her 9-to-5 career. And Miller, I think she was going for a bunt on that one, but kind of bailed out at the end. Count's going to start at 1-0. That pitch was a little wild. Infield's already starting to cheat up a little bit, though shortstop and second base are actually playing a little further off. And that one goes low into the inside. Count's going to move to 2-0. And we'll gear up for pitch number 3 from Kirkpatrick. Sarah Bird still hanging out over on second base. Whoa, and that one comes in high. I think Kirkpatrick just let go of it a little too late. Count moves to 3-0. Bird will not advance with a walk. And that one goes right down the middle. Good job by Kirkpatrick to rebound with a strike there. Count moves to 3-1. Going to gear up for pitch number 5. No outs and a runner on second here for the Panthers. Kirkpatrick winds up and got a foul ball. Pitch came in high, and I think Miller might have swung just a little bit early on that one. So move it to 3-2, and we'll gear up for pitch number 6. Been a lengthy at bat to start. And Kirkpatrick kind of taking her time, winds up and got another foul ball. This one has some serious hang time and gets carried all the way out into the road beside the field. So keep it at 3-2. I think 3 separate Yellow Jackets went out of frame to try and chase that one down, but nobody was catching that thing. It was heading way out there. And that pitch comes in low. So Sarah Bird actually does steal third base. Nice move. And I think they're calling that one live, and Miller, we've got a lot going on here. So I think Chapman scored on that. Umpire never called it off. So yeah, Chapman gets a run on the board. 2 stolen bases on one play there by Sarah Bird. Able to tie it up at 1, and in the meantime, Abby Miller makes it over to second. Greer almost got her, but I think they dropped the ball. And now Miller going to make a break for third. Did she get that one? Yes, she did. And just like that, Chapman is in a position to take the lead here. So count is at 1-0 here for Abby Gossett. Saw a lot of her during the Chapman-Landrum game from the mound. Had 2 over-the-fence home runs as well. Some excellent hits. And that one, though, again, with the wind, I would be shocked if anybody got it over the fence today, just because it's blowing towards the pitcher's back. Anything that pops up too far is really going to be affected by drag. And that one gets loose. Miller's going to make a break for home, and she's got it. 2-1 in favor of the Lady Panthers. Heads up play by Abby Miller, and Chapman's got the lead. This one moving quite quickly. Gonna have to catch my breath at the break. This is going crazy, and Greer's gonna catch their breath as well. Timeout called by the Lady Yellow Jackets. Kirkpatrick gonna try to rally her troops here. Abby Gossett still at the plate for the Lady Panthers when we come back, and Yeah, Greer's already getting out of there. I would imagine that's just more of a basketball timeout than anything. Kind of take a deep breath, get your feet back under you. First inning, don't panic. Just got to settle in and calm down. That is the message, I'm sure. 2-1 count for Gossett heading into pitch number 4. Bases are cleared now and make it 3-1. That one comes in high. Yeah, still trying to figure out exactly where the right camera angle is. I think that's pretty close, and they're going to call that ball 4 for Gossett, so we'll pan over to see her at first along with the next batter. I believe that's Emma Wagner, number 3. Yep, Emma Wagner. So no outs and a runner on first here for the Lady Panthers. We'll call this the second bout of scoring opportunities. And Wagner's first pitch goes high into the inside, but they call it a strike. Kirkpatrick just able to squeeze that one in. Count's going to start at 0-1. And Gossett actually playing right on first base, not really in a position to steal. And got a foul ball here. That one's hit toward the Chapman dugout. Going to move the count to 0-2. So Kirkpatrick got a chance to get the Lady Yellow Jackets their first out of the game. Let's see what kind of pitch she dials up here. Wind's picking up a little bit again. And that one comes in high. Count's going to move to 1-2. Yeah, it is blowing, right at home plate now. It was kind of veering off to the right a little bit when this inning started up, but now it's coming straight down. And got a hit and a foul ball. So keep it at 1-2. We're going to gear up for pitch number 5. Wagner trying to get something going. Been a pretty slow going at bat. The pitches have been getting in fast enough, but not a lot of development here. See if anything changes with pitch number 5. Gossett still hanging out on first base. And got a hit right down the middle, and Gossett's going to be close, and she made it. Greer kind of fumbled the ball there in the backfield. And yep, 2 runners in play now for the Lady Panthers. Lexi Krivis, or check that, is going to be Dixie Frady, number 20, not number 10, up to bat. Frady's had some incredible hits of her own over the course of this season. I believe she and Gossett both have had at least one go over the fence this year. And Frady fouls her first pitch off. Count's going to start at 0-1. Got runners on first and second. Still no outs notched by the Lady Yellow Jackets here in the bottom of inning number 1. And that one kind of goes low into the inside. We're going to call that ball number 1. Count moves to 1-1 after that. Haven't seen many steal attempts by Chapman since Miller made it back to home plate, and got one coming in high just above the strike zone from Kirkpatrick. That's going to move the count to 2-1. Yeah, I kind of get the impression that Chapman might have had their fill of stealing bases for this inning after Sarah Bird stole 2 on the way to getting Chapman their first run. Another pitch comes in high from Kirkpatrick. 3-1 count now. Bases will be loaded with a walk. Got to tread lightly here. Crystal and Britt Wilder on deck. And bases are loaded. That one goes off to the inside. Frady going to head over to first base. And just like that, Abby Gossett is in scoring position. Runners on first, second, and third as Crystal and Britt Wilder heads to the plate. Chapman's center fielder, she has had some excellent catches throughout this season, as well as a handful of great nabs against Landrum. Came up with some really clutch defensive plays in that one. And that one's going to go down as a strike, so we'll start the count at 0-1. Bases loaded, still no outs here, notched by the Lady Yellow Jackets. Chapman in good hands. They will score with the walk. And that one's going to go down as ball one. Looked like it was heading over the plate initially, but kind of tapered off to the outside there at the last minute. Counts at 1-1. And Kirkpatrick kind of taking a deep breath. Here's pitch number 3, and got a hit down the middle into the open field. Chapman's going to get at least one back. And they're going for 2, going to be close, and oh, they got her. So Gossett makes it back, Wagner does not, and it goes down as a single for Chrislyn Britt Wilder. Score moves to 3-1 in favor of the Lady Panthers, but Greer does notch their first out. Runners on first and second. As I believe this is, no, check that, Ryland Sneed is right-handed. Gotta wait for her to turn around so I can see the New Jersey number, and that is Lexi Krivicic. You know, I feel this is like a Twilight Zone moment, but I could have sworn she had like longer hair for that Landrum game, which is just 2 days ago. So Krivicic, batter number 7 in the rotation. Chapman moving along quite quickly. Counts at 0-1 following that first pitch from Kirkpatrick. Here's number 2, and that one comes in very high. You actually see Frady at the top of the screen thinking about making a break for third. Probably wisely backs off. It was a nice grab by Greer's catcher. Counts at 1-1. And pitch number 3 goes well off to the outside. Move it to 2-1 now. We'll gear up for pitch number 4. Kristen Griffin, the catcher for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit again. I was actually told there was a fire warning out today, or not necessarily a fire warning, but one of those advisories that says we got an increased risk of fires due to low humidity and high winds. And you know what? I tell you, that is 100% accurate. My lips are already dry. This wind is crazy. It's going to be a very, very interesting night, and you know what? Hopefully nothing catches on fire. And got another walk here by Kirkpatrick. Bases loaded again for the Lady Panthers. Just a mental error on Greer's end. Runners on first, second, and third, only 1 out, and Ryland Sneed coming up to bat now. I believe that's Emily Tidd on deck. We'll see what Sneed can get going. Pan over to see Frady over on third base. That first pitch from Kirkpatrick goes down as a ball. So we'll start the count at 1-0. Wind's dying down for a moment. Expect it to pick back up. Yep, there it is. And got a foul ball there by Sneed. It's going to move the count to 1-1. Again, I would love to know exactly how much of an advantage or disadvantage this wind is causing for the pitchers. You know, obviously, they're blowing right toward the camera and all. If you pop one up, it's going to kind of start taking some odd angles. It's going to be a nightmare for the outfielders. Haven't seen, I don't think, any pop flies, though, so far. Just some foul balls. But, again, you got to wonder, like, you know, back in grade school and you'd have a windy day out on the playground and you'd take off in the direction of the wind and you'd feel like you were running twice as fast. You gotta wonder, is that sort of same thing happening with the pitches? And, oh, got our first pop fly of the game, and that one does stall out in the air. Grab is made by the shortstop for the Yellow Jackets. It's going to be Campbell Cox with the catch. And Greer finally notches their second out. Feels like they've been out here forever. Chapman has done a really good job of keeping things rolling. And, yep, Sarah Bird is on deck, so if Tidd can get a hit in here, they're going to roll the lineup over. Greer, I believe, sent 5 batters in. This is Chapman's 9th. And here's the first pitch for Tidd. That one goes off to the outside. Nice grab by Griffin to keep that one from getting loose. Count's going to start at 1-0. Tidd had a handful of awesome grabs in the outfield. I tell you, really everybody who played in the outfield during that game, Chapman and Landrum both, they all had some excellent catches. Got ball 2 there thrown by Kirkpatrick. Count moves to 2-0 as we gear up for pitch number 3. You've seen a lot of high throws so far. And number 3 on target, or at least has the right amount of lift, but headed off to the outside. So counts at 3-0. Keep in mind, if the bases loaded, Chapman is going to score with a walk, though more often than not, when we've gotten to these 3-0 counts, the pitcher is almost always thrown a strike afterward. And nope, never mind. The commentators curse strikes, and Chapman scores on the walk. Dixie Frady makes it home 4-1 in favor of the Lady Panthers. And I tell you, this is what Chapman has done best. They have really shown some offensive fireworks in the early innings during the Woodruff game, and now Woodruff-Landrum, now they have really shown the capacity to score in bunches throughout the first 4 innings or so. Got a pop fly here by Bird, up for grabs, and the catch is made by the second baseman. That is going to be Bridget Jenkins, and there's got to be something of a sense of relief there for the Yellow Jackets finally getting off the field. We've been streaming for 26 minutes. I think about 20 of that was Chapman out on offense. So, top of the second coming up. Chapman responds in a big way after giving up 1 run early. Score is 4-1 in favor of the Lady Panthers when we return. All right, so everybody caught their breath? I really hope so, because this one is moving along quickly. Lots of offense there in that first inning. 4-1 in favor of the Lady Panthers, as the Yellow Jackets are going to have their second crack at the plate. We'll see if they can get more going this time around than they did last time, though. I mean, when you kind of don't take into account what Chapman did, 1 run in an inning really isn't that bad. I mean, MLB teams score, 4 runs in an entire game? So, I mean, not a bad performance. I think they were just really outshined by what Chapman did on offense there in the bottom of the first. In a 3-run hole, and, second inning, playing to 7. Got to make sure, don't panic. Don't try and get it all back in one play. Kind of take a deep breath, get your feet set, and just go out there and execute like you planned on doing. You've got time to come back if anything goes wrong. And that first pitch from Caitlin Henderson comes in as a ball. This is Mackenzie Wilborn up to bat. Greer's, I believe that's the third baseman. Counts at 1-0 for Wilborn. Henderson winds up. Here's the throw. Whoa, and that one gets loose. And they say Wilborn got hit. I think it might have gotten her inside leg, kind of the one closest to Henderson. So we'll reset the count. No outs and a runner on first. And Reese White up to bat now. Oh, and that one gets loose. And Greer, just like that, has a runner on second. Wilborn makes it to base number 2, and White has a 1-0 count to start. I tell you, I wish they listed the heights on these rosters, because I tell you, Reese White, that name sounds awfully familiar. I feel like she might have been on the girls basketball roster for Greer. I'm not sure, but she's got to be like, at least 6 feet tall. I know she looked like a giant out there at second base earlier. And got a pitch coming in a little low, but still able to fit it into the strike zone. Count moves to 1-1. So we'll gear up for pitch number 3. Seems like Greer has something of a penchant for tall players. Saw a handful on their baseball team, but the one that really stood out to me was Gabby Littlefield. We did the girls basketball game between them and Chapman way back. I think that might have been December or something. Greer did win that game, but what stood out was Gabby Littlefield out there at 6'1", playing center court. That was something to see. I believe she's committed to, I can't remember, it was some big name school, I think. And got a hit into the open field. Greer's going to make a break for home. Britt Wilder, the last line of defense, and has that throw sneak to the outside. Miller makes the catch, but too little too late, and Greer scores their second run of the game. Right back in it at 4-2. Goes down as a double by Reese White. Aaliyah Jurgen up to bat now, number 3. This is their left fielder. No outs and a runner on second. Seen a lot of offense from both sides throughout this one. Henderson's first pitch, right down the middle. That's a great way to rebound after giving up a hit. Just a quick fastball and an easy strike on that one. Count's going to start at 0-1. And, whoa, Henderson's second pitch. I think Jurgen, did get hit. So, runners on first and second now for the Yellow Jackets, and I think Chapman's calling time now. Saw Greer do it a little earlier in the bottom of the first. Now Chapman going to have a little discussion as well. Back in a moment, no outs and 2 runners in play for the Yellow Jackets. Oh, and we're back. Got a little sidetrack there. And Henderson's first pitch. That one's going to be a bunt, and it hops over the foul line. Not really missing anything there. Count's going to start at 0-1. We'll pan back to the center of the screen real quick. Bridget Jenkins up to bat, had a pop fly catch over at shortstop in the bottom of the first. No outs, 2 runners in play here for the Yellow Jackets. 0-1 count to start. Got another bunt, and that one is in play. Going to be a long throw to Gossett over at first, and they do get it. But the bunt serves its purpose, and Greer advances the runners. So, runners on second and third now. They've rolled the lineup over. Kristen Griffin back up to the plate. 1 out, 2 runners in play. And that first pitch for Griffin goes off to the inside. Might have narrowly missed hitting her leg. Count's going to start at 1-0. Feel the tension brewing. Oh, and we got a foul ball up onto the roof netting, and I'll tell you, that's in danger of rolling all the way off the roof netting. That had some distance. Count moves to 1-1, and yeah, the kids are already heading over there. That's what they do. Every single time we have a foul ball that gets on the roof netting, all the kids leave, and they start pulling on those little sockets to try and get it down. You can hear them on the bleachers now. There's like a mass exodus over to that side of the field. And got a ball. That one will not go on the roof netting. Oh, wow, they've already got the ball down. That might be a new record. It usually takes them at least a couple of minutes. Might have taken 15 seconds. They've already got that one. Counts at 2-1 here for Griffin. And, oh, got a pitch right down the middle. Pop fly and a foul ball. Greer dodging a bullet there. That one, gotta wonder if the wind might have blown that one out of reach, because Gossett was making a break for it. It looked like for a moment that might have been a catchable ball. But instead, count's gonna move to 2-2 after that one falls harmlessly to the ground. Pitch number 5 from Henderson to Griffin coming up. Chapman looking for their second out. Greer looking for their third run. And got another foul ball, so keep it at 2-2. And we'll gear up for pitch number 6. Count still at 2-2, gearing up for pitch number 6. Seen 2 foul balls in a row here, and got one coming in high, make it 3-2. And you can tell these Greer runners are just itching to go somewhere. Feels like they've kind of stalled out, or at least been stuck in limbo. Been a very lengthy at bat here for Griffin. I think this is going to be pitch number 7, yeah. Nice grab by Miller on that last one. And Griffin calls time, going to get a practice swing in, or holding that bat very high up. So if she follows through with a bunt like that, it'd be a very interesting decision, though. It does look like, oh, we got a pop fly, big hit, and stalls out in the air. Catch is made over at shortstop. Yep, Sarah Bird with the grab. And just like that, Greer has 2 outs to contend with. Still with 2 runners in play over on second and third base, but things just got a lot tighter. Ashlyn Norris up to bat now. Greer's center fielder. We'll see if she can get anything done. And got a swing and a miss on that one. Count's going to start at 0-1. Wind's picking up again. Blowing straight back right into the camera. So Henderson is pitching with the wind. Here's number 2, and that one comes in high. Nice grab by Miller to keep it from getting loose. And that's going to move the count to 1-1. Waiting on pitch number 3. You can really feel a tension brewing now. I think both sides, even though we're only in the top of the second, both sides kind of understand the stakes here. Got a swing and a miss. Count's going to move to 1-2 for Ashlyn Norris. Henderson narrowly ahead in the count. We'll see if she tries to get fancy with this one or if she just throws the heat. Going to attempt to get this inning over with. Got a lot of options with the count at 1-2. And got a foul ball, swung just a little bit early on that one. Keep it at 1-2. We're going to gear up for pitch number 4. Oh wait, no, that would make it pitch number 5, I think. And Henderson, oh, got a swing and a miss, and that's it. Chapman gets him off the field. Greer leaves 2 on, and we're going to gear up for the bottom of the second inning. Great defensive stand there by the Lady Panthers. Greer is stopped in their tracks. Man, that was a clutch bout of pitching there by Caitlin Henderson. So, bottom of the second coming up. Chapman on top 4-2. Greer cutting into that lead, but just a little bit. We'll see if Chapman can match the offensive firepower they showed in the bottom of the first. Back in a moment. Alright, so here we go. Bottom of the second inning. Abby Miller going to get things started here for the Lady Panthers. Chapman on top 4-2 with a chance to extend their lead. Greer did notch on one more there in the top of the second, but a very, very solid defensive stand by the Lady Panthers with runners on second and third kind of defined that inning. And the first pitch from Kirkpatrick in the bottom of the second comes in high. It'll go down as ball number 1. Count starts at 1-0. Make it 2-0. That second pitch comes in high as well. And just like that, we're heading into pitch number 3. No outs, no runners on base for the Lady Panthers. Miller definitely with the advantage right now and lets that one go. Looked like it was heading over the plate and had the right amount of lift, but goes off to the inside just like that. 3-0 count. Imagine the message to Miller right now, just kind of take and see what we can set up for Abby Gossett after that. And Miller does let that one roll, and 4 consecutive balls thrown there by Kirkpatrick to start out the bottom of the second inning. Abby Gossett up to bat now. Had 2 over-the-fence home runs in that matchup against Landrum. Again, with the batters hitting into the wind. I mean, you'd probably need like the line drive to end all line drives to get another one over the fence. That ball is loose, and Griffin brings it back in. Miller sticks it out over on first base. Count's going to start at 1-0 here. But I would not rule out the possibility of an over-the-fence home run. Again, only 200 feet, and Gossett put it over the fence with, I mean, room to spare last time out. And got a kind of a golf swing there. Almost made contact, but it goes down as strike 1. Counts at 1-1 heading into pitch number 3. And I think that one kind of fell off to the inside as well. Again, the lift has been on target. Been sending him over the plate, you know, right inside the strike zone. It's just been the horizontal accuracy that's been the issue. And now that one doesn't have enough lift, but enough accuracy. Been a up and down sort of game for Kirkpatrick so far. Just can't seem to get dialed in. Counts at 3-1. And whoa, make it 4-1. Runners on first and second now. Abby Gossett gets walked. Emma Wagner going to head up to the plate now. Chapman's designated player. I believe she got thrown out at first her first time around. I don't quite remember what happened, but I know they got her out. And that pitch comes in high, and Wagner got hit. So we've seen several pitches head off to the inside now. bases loaded for the Lady Panthers with Dixie Frady, one of their hardest hitters, coming up to bat, but not before Greer takes a moment to talk everything over. All right, so we'll see what they dial up. I do not imagine they pull Kirkpatrick this early, but they've got to find a way to get her settled down, especially with the bases loaded like this. You cannot risk giving up another big hit. Already 4-2. It is only a 2-run lead, but I think that margin in and of itself right now is deceiving, just because, you know, technically speaking, Chapman has twice as many runs as Greer right now. And man, I can't read Greer's numbers. I can't tell if they changed pitchers or not. I got gray jerseys with black numbers that have yellow outlines. So they look pretty good. The jerseys look great, but tough to read, especially given that the sun is actually kind of setting right over the field, a little bit off to the left-hand side of frame. You can see, just telling by where the shadows are coming in, I think you can see the glare there up at the top of the screen, so that's about where the sun is, making it a little tricky to read the numbers, though. We do have a pitching change here for the Yellow Jackets. This is number 5 in for Kirkpatrick, going to be Campbell Cox, the shortstop for Greer, getting warmed up. So Kirkpatrick's afternoon is done, though I don't know, this early, I believe she could still come back if they really needed her. So we'll take a break while Cox gets warmed up and be ready to roll when she's ready. And just like that, Cox is ready to go. Got not sure what the kids are doing down there, but they sound particularly energetic. Hopefully nobody's getting hurt. That sounded like happy screams to me, but again, hopefully everybody's staying safe. Got a hit, and going to be an out over at first, so Dixie Frady gets thrown out, but Chapman does score. Abby Miller makes it home. 5-2 now in favor of the Lady Panthers. Chrislyn Britt Wilder up to bat now. And I was just about to say, Cox kind of getting thrown into an unenviable situation here. Had the bases loaded, gave up a base hit, or technically a base hit. Got thrown out at first, but did nab an RBI as well. Would not really want to be in her shoes, but, you know, 1 out and a strike. Handling it pretty well so far, I'd say. Whoa, and that one comes in high. The commentator's curse strikes again, I suppose. She sent a couple way up into the air during warm-ups a few moments ago as well. And they're going to call that one a strike, low and to the outside, but able to squeeze it in. Counts at 1-2, 1 out with runners on second and third here for the Lady Panthers. This will be pitch number 4 to Britt Wilder. And that one goes way off to the side. Ball is loose, and Chapman will score again. Abby Gossett makes it home this time. 6-2. 1 out and a runner on third with the count at 2-2 here for Britt Wilder. Emma Wagner in scoring position. And got a foul ball here. We're going to keep it at 2-2. I think that swing came in just a little bit high. And Cox sends that one high and make it 3-2. Chapman won't score with a walk, though. If Britt Wilder does make it over to first, I would not be surprised if he tries to steal second. And, oh, got a hit. Oh, right into the glove of Cox. And they're just going to call that an out. Man, nice grab there by Campbell Cox on the mound. Heads up play. Might have had, a third of a second to react to that. Impressive grab. Lexi Krivicic up to bat now. Still got that runner over on third, though 2 outs to contend with instead of 1. We'll see what Krivicic can get going. First pitch from Cox comes in high will start the count at 1-0. Waiting on pitch number 2 now from Cox, and call out a strike. Nice lift just off to the outside, but able to squeeze it in. Count moves to 1-1. And I think Greer can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel now. Just need 2 more strikes, and the second inning will be over. Been a rough one for him so far. And that pitch gets away from Griffin, able to corral it before Wagner makes a break on home plate. Counts at 2-1 here. Gearing up for pitch number 4. Here's the throw. And that one comes in low, make it 3-1. Krivicic back in the lead with the count. And, oh, got a foul ball. That one is heading way out there. I think I might have gone off of Chapman property. That one had some serious hang time. Count moves to 3-2, so we are just one solid pitch away from putting a cap on an exciting second inning. We'll see if Greer's pitching game can ink out just one more hit, and they got half the job done. Foul ball there. Keep it at 3-2. Wagner still hanging out over at third base. Feels like she has been there for quite a while. This is going to be pitch number 7 in this set. And they're going to call that ball 4, so we will play on. Krivicic makes a break over for first. Again, I'm going to kind of try to keep second base in frame as well. I would not be surprised if she makes a break for it. Up to bat now is Rylan Sneed, the third baseman for the Lady Panthers. Chapman up 6-2, 2 outs and runners on first and third. And Cox going to kind of gather her wits here, takes a step out of the mound, and Rylan Sneed gets a couple of practice swings in. Here we go. And got a bunt and a foul ball. Chapman probably lucky that that one went over the line. Definitely took a favorable hop for the Yellow Jackets. I think they would have been able to get Wagner out at home plate. Count's going to start at 0-1. And Cox wastes no time getting pitch number 2 in, and there goes Krivicic over to second base. So waiting on the signal from the umpire. I think they're going to call that 1-1. That was close. So runners on second and third. Now got a hit down the line, and oh, kind of fumbled with it there for a second. Sneed makes it to first base. And it's a 2 RBI hit there. Lexi Krivicic and and Emma Wagner both make it home. What a play, 8-2. One slip up there by the Yellow Jackets cost them 2 runs. What a turn of events. Greer has got to find a way to get this under control. 2 outs with the runner on first here. Emily Tidd up to bat, and that one goes down as a strike.
No, get down. You need to get
Oh my gosh, wow. We have got a kid scaling the back of the bleachers like Spider-Man. That is seriously against the rules. Do not do that. You will get hurt. It is only a matter of time. Get down safely, but then don't try it again. Counts at 0-2 here. Got a hit, and they're going to call out a foul ball. Just barely hops over the line. Wow, no shortage of excitement both on and off the field here. And the kids have been a little rowdy. Hopefully they kind of mellow out. And that one goes off to the side. Count's going to move to 1-2 here for Tidd. Gearing up for pitch number 4 now. Tidd playing inside to the inside of the box. Got a loose ball, and yep, Sneed makes it over to second base. No problem. I think she was thinking about going for third, and then Coach Skinner told her to hang around. So count moves to 2-2 here for Emily Tidd. 2 outs and a runner on second base. And pitch number 5 is going to go down as ball number 3. Chapman on the verge of rolling their lineup over again. Sarah Bird on deck if Tid can make it off the plate and onto a base. Got a swing and a miss. That's strike 3, and Greer finally gets off the field. So a nice display of pitching there at the end, but the Yellow Jackets have their work cut out for them as we get ready to start up the 3rd inning. Chapman on top 8-2 here on what I believe to be, or no, they had senior night earlier in the year, but this is the last home game for the Lady Panthers this year, to my knowledge. So we'll be back for the top of the 3rd. Chapman up by 6. All right, so here we go. Greer going to start the comeback effort here in the top of the 3rd, down 6 runs. They have shown some offensive sparks, just haven't really been able to consistently dial that in. Let's see if they can get some momentum going here in this inning, and that's going to help them. Hit right down the middle, and it's going to go down as a single for number 5, Campbell Cox with the base hit. So just like that, the Yellow Jackets have a runner on first base. Genesis Anderson up to bat now. And Henderson, got a nice, man! Lot to unpack there. It was a great hit there by Anderson, and Frady had a chance to make an excellent catch. And it went, just to the side of her glove. That was about as close can be. Greer gets the better of that one, goes down as a single for Anderson, and Emma Kate Kirkpatrick, who started this game on the mound for Greer, is going to head to the plate with runners on 1st and 2nd. Greer down by 6, but looking good so far. Henderson kind of taking her time. Here's the pitch. Showing bunt was Kirkpatrick, and they're going to call that a strike. Took an odd bounce. They might have made contact there. I'm not sure. But the result is the same. Count's going to start at 0-1. Still no outs knocked by the Lady Panthers so far. Frady had a chance to grab one, but it was going to be a very tough catch. And got another attempt at a bunt and another foul ball. Pitch was kind of inside and the bat was held a little low as well. Count's going to move to 0-2 following that one. Both runners for Greer still just kind of hanging around. Really waiting on something to happen, and they're going to call out a strike. No, that was awfully close. The lift was great, but they call it ball 1. Just a little too far to the outside. Right in the middle of the strike zone, at least on the Y-axis. Again, off to the outside horizontally. Here's pitch number 4 from Henderson. And that one goes to the inside. They're going to call it strike 3. Nice placement there by Caitlin Henderson, able to squeeze that one into the zone. And Chapman gets their first out. Mackenzie Wilborn up to bat now. Greer's third baseman. 1 out with runners on first and second. And that one goes off to the outside. I think they kind of caught Cox playing a little off at second base, but they look her back into place. Count's going to move to 1-0 following that ball thrown by Henderson. And Henderson's second pitch goes right down the middle. We've got a strike. Wilborn unable to connect on that one. Count's going to move to 1-1. Oh, and we got a big hit. Pop fly heading towards center field, and nice tracking ability there by Chrislyn Britt Wilder. Wind was blowing, probably altered the course of that ball, and she comes up and makes a really nice catch. Chapman notches their second out. Wilborn heads back to the dugout, and Reese White, the first baseman for the Yellow Jackets, going to head to the plate. Still got those runners on first and second, though they've kind of stalled out since Genesis Anderson hit that hit over first base. And that first pitch from Henderson comes in low. Campbell Cox was looking to make a break for third again, though good job by the Lady Panthers, just kind of look her back into place. I wonder if Cox is getting a little antsy over there. It's going to be ball number 2 thrown by Henderson. It does not look to be putting a lot of pressure on Henderson from the mound, though you've got to wonder if they have a ball go off to the outside, is Abby Miller going to have time to just make that throw over to Snead at third base? Not sure. That's going to be 3-0 now, so for all that talk of contingency plans and what could happen should Cox try to steal, Greer's got a really good chance to actually get the bases loaded on this one. 3-0 count here for White. Runners on first and second, and they call that a strike. I was about to say that was a beautiful pitch right down the middle. Count's going to move to 3-1. Aaliyah Jurgen is on deck. Did not see much of her on her first trip to the plate. Got hit, I believe, on just the second pitch or something like that. And, oh, got a hit down the middle. Dixie Frady brings it in and just tosses it underhand. Looking like Patrick Mahomes out here with the throw over to second base, and Chapman makes it off the field. I tell you, that was the exact same release that Patrick Mahomes has when he makes those little pitches to the inside, the shovel pass they call it in football, though we are totally in the wrong sport. It is arena season, but yeah, we do not have high school arena football. That would be something. So, bottom of the third coming up, just about halfway through this one. Chapman on top 8-2, holding Greer scoreless for the first time in an inning over the course of this game. Bottom of the third coming up when we come back. Chapman up by 6. And we are back. Chapman ready to get some offense going. Sarah Bird up to bat for the Lady Panthers. They are on top 8-2 after holding Greer scoreless there in the top of the third. Campbell Cox on the mound, throws a ball on her first pitch and throws a ball on her second pitch as well. Count's going to move to 2-0 here for Bird. And going to gear up for pitch number 3. Wind starting to pick up again. Got a foul ball by Bird. Nice drop off on that pitch by Cox. Count moves to 2-1. And here comes pitch number 4. Cox wasting no time getting that one in, and it goes by the second baseman. That's going to be a single for Sarah Bird. Nice hit to start things off for the Lady Panthers. Abby Miller coming to the plate now. Again, the only senior on this Chapman roster. Still a pretty young team overall. Let's see what Miller can get going.
He traded in for Imperial.
Whoa, and that one comes in very low. Bird steals second. I think Cox just let go of that pitch too early. Count's going to start at 1-0 here for Miller. And we'll wait on ball number 2. Cox has been getting them out very quickly, and that one comes in high, maybe overcorrecting a little bit after that last pitch. Seeing one high, seeing one low on paper. Should see one right down the middle now. And whoa, Miller gets hit. And kind of has to catch her breath after that one. That one had some heat on it. Good to see she's all right. So Chapman gets a runner on first once more. 2 runners in play now with Abby Gossett heading to the plate. Has not had quite as productive an afternoon so far as she did against Landrum on Wednesday night, though I would imagine she'd be hard-pressed to match the sort of output she had in that game. Certainly almost a career day from the plate. She looked very sharp with 2 over-the-fence home runs and I believe a double on top of that. Count's going to start at 0-1 here as the wind begins to pick back up. No outs with runners on first and second here for the Lady Panthers. Pitch number 2 goes inside, but able to squeeze it in, make it 0-2 now. Gossett with some catching up to do. And that one comes in low. Bird making a break for third, and she gets over there no problem. I don't think Griffin realized she was heading that way until she was already halfway across the field. I didn't even see her leave. Stealthy move there by Sarah Bird to get into scoring position. Abby Miller makes it over to second base. Got a hit down the line, and Bird is going to score. Goes down as a single for Abby Gossett and an RBI. Great way to battle back from an 0-2 count, and just like that, Chapman makes it 9 runs on the afternoon. Having a great offensive showing so far. Emma Wagner heading to the plate. Got eerily quiet here for a second. Not quite sure what that's about. And Gossett gonna make a break for second, and they just let her go. Probably, yeah, nice move, because Miller would have been able to make it home without any issue if they'd thrown that one. So, got to kind of pick the lesser of 2 evils on that one. And got a hit past, or no, Anderson brings that in over on third base, and Wagner is out, but Miller makes it home. 10-2 Chapman. So Greer gets their first out, but at what cost? It is an 8-run deficit now for the Lady Panthers, responding in a big way after that heartbreaking loss against Landrum. Again, I tell you, if you've got the spare, oh, I gotta sneeze, hang on. Yeah, if you've got a spare moment after this game, I cannot encourage you enough to go back and watch that Chapman-Landrum game, or at least the last half hour of that. That was one of the best games we've streamed all year. Baseball, football, any season since we started up this whole operation. That was an incredible game. And got a pretty good at-bat here as well. Count is at 1-2 here for Dixie Frady. 1 out and with a runner on third base and Abby Gossett. And Frady lets that one go. It's going to be ball 2. But yeah, Chapman, I believe this is the 3rd varsity game we've streamed for their softball team. They've had some heartbreaking losses. The Woodruff game and the Landrum game, I mean, both absolutely incredible nights. The offense was fine, just a couple of missed throws on defense, and that was really piled up there at the end of those games. So, I mean, kind of losing my words here. Oh, we got a drop ball over at first base. Looked like a routine catch for sure, and Frady makes it over there. Chapman scores again, 11-2. Whew. The Lady Panthers pouring it on. Chrislyn Britt Wilder up to bat now. But yeah, as I'm trying to kind of get back to my main point here, I mean, it's been an up and down season for the Lady Panthers. They have had some good games, they've had some rough games, and some that, for better or worse, I mean, they're never going to forget. That Woodruff game, the Landrum game, those were awesome, and it really is a shame that one side had to lose those because both teams played their heart out in both of those contests. But, I mean, right now, this is looking like a pretty good way to cap off the season, though, again, we have seen Chapman give up some big leads late in games. They've got to hang on, cannot let the scoreboard kind of get in their heads, can't get complacent here. Assuming the run rule does not take effect, we have still got well more than half of this game to go, and there's a quick toss over to second base, bounces off, and Frady makes it to third. Another error by the Yellow Jackets, and Chapman capitalizes. Goes down as a single for Britt Wilder, and Frady makes it all the way over to third base. So just like that, the Lady Panthers have yet another runner in scoring position. We'll see if Lexi Krivicic can bring him home. Greer just cannot catch a break out here. And got a hit right down the middle, and they're going to take the smart play over at home plate. And now going for the double play. That was close, and a nice dive by Chrislyn Britt Wilder to save the inning. So we're still rolling. And Wilder got a little shaken up. We'll be back in a moment. All right, and Wilder's back up. Kind of had a weird angle on that slide. I mean, it was a straight up dive, almost like a slip and slide, if people still use those anymore. Though I really don't want to speculate, but I really hope that she did not get dust in her eye. There was a lot of dust coming up when she dove into third base. Oh, that would be miserable. So 2 outs with runners on second and third. Chapman trying to get even more offensive firepower rolling with Rylan Sneed up to bat. Count's going to start at 1-0 here following that ball thrown by Campbell Cox. Lady Panthers on top by 9, got a chance to make it at least a 10-run lead with another good hit here. And they do have a hit, but placement not quite where it needs to be. Did Sneed make it though? She did, and it's going to be a 2 RBI hit. Now Sneed's going for second base. What a turn of events. I did not expect that at all. 13-2. Or wait, now I think they're saying that she's out. So, yeah, they're going to say the runs count. The umpires are going to discuss this. It looked to me like Sneed might have made it, but I tell you, Greer really needed a break, and it looks like they might have finally gotten one. But not after a serious bout of scoring there by the Lady Panthers. And yep, they have updated the scoreboard. 13-2. It has been a rough day for the Yellow Jackets, and right now, gearing up for the top of the fourth inning. If they don't get, if the margin's at 11 now, so if they're held scoreless in this inning and then Chapman gets one more run, I think the game's over. Because the run rule drops down to 12 after 4 innings and then 10 after 5. Ooh, got some Greer in dire straits. Almost said dire steaks, but that wouldn't have made any sense. So the Lady Panthers defense heading back out onto the field. Had a great run of it last time around in the top of the 3rd inning. Greer had runners on 2nd and 3rd, and Chapman held them in check. We'll see what Caitlin Henderson can get going from the mound this time around. Back in a moment. All right, so Greer in would not necessarily want to be in their shoes. They have got their work cut out for them. The run rule at this point is looming. They've got to get some offense going in this inning or the game might be over before they know it. Aaliyah Jurgen up at the plate now, lets that first pitch go, and it'll count as a strike. So start the count at 0-1. We'll get ready for pitch number 2. Caitlin Henderson still on the mound. At this rate, looking like she might finish the game, and got a hit right down the line. And Abby Gossett tags Jurgen out at first base and makes it look easy. Just like that, Chapman's got their first out. Bridget Jenkins heading up to the plate now. I think this is only the 2nd time she's been up to bat. Greer offense, they were moving pretty well in those first 2 innings, and since then it has just stalled. And that will help them out. Jenkins gets hit and is going to make her way over to first base. All right, don't know what happened there with the signal. That was odd. Fortunately, it reconnected quite quickly, and that one gets fouled off. Looked like it was going to be just on the line, but instead heads off to the side. The count's going to start at 0-1. Again, really not sure how long we lost the signal there. It looked to me like it might have only been 10 seconds or so, so hopefully it wasn't too bad. Don't really think you missed too much of anything. Counts at 0-1 here for Griffin, and whoa, wind is really picking up. Shield your eyes. We got dust coming into the stands and everything. But watch for Henderson to maybe take her time here. Counts at 0-2, calling that strike, and oh my, wow, I really expanded the window. Took up my entire screen there when I was changing the counter, and got a ball thrown there by Henderson. This gust of wind is not letting up for now, and I think Chapman's just going to roll with it. Again, it is they are throwing into the wind, or with the wind. So the pitchers are going to have at least a chance to use that to their advantage. Counts at 1-2 here. Here's pitch number 4, and wow, foul ball. That one was going to be a pop fly in the infield, and the wind blew it all the way back onto the roof netting. I was wondering when something like that was going to happen. That did not only stall out in midair, it got blown backward. Wow. Keep it at 1-2. Griffin still trying to get something going, kind of in limbo here at the plate. Oh, whoa, and that one hits the dirt. Count's going to move to 2-2. Nice grab there by Miller. Would have been an easy trip to second base there for Bridget Jenkins. 2-2 count. Man, this one's not letting down. Glad I bundled up for this one. And that pitch comes in low just like that. Had this count at 0-2 a moment ago. Now at 3-2. So it seems like right now Griffin is actually getting more benefit from the win than Henderson is. I think this is going to be pitch number 7. And that one goes well off to the side, and Griffin is going to get walked. So Greer catches another break. 1 out with runners on first and second as the second batter in the rotation, Ashley Norris. Their center fielder heads to the plate, but not before she heads off screen to get a word in with their third base coach. Gotta wonder what the message is over there. Imagine, down this big, gotta stay calm. You physically cannot get the lead back in one play. Don't go crazy with it. A base hit will probably score, or at least get you very close to it. And that one goes well off to the side. So start the count at 1-0. Not much of a chance to get a base hit in on that one. Waiting on pitch number 2. Wind starting to pick back up again. Henderson, got an infield fly, and catch is made. Dixie Frady with the grab. And Chapman's got their second out. Neither runner is able to advance. Campbell Cox up to bat. 2 outs with runners on first and second here for the Yellow Jackets. Down by 11. They've got to get some runs on the board, or one more by the Lady Panthers will end the game in the bottom of the 4th. I'll tell you, this could be one of the first District 1 games I make it back home, or one of the first times I get back home before dark. That almost never happens, but Chapman looking sharp so far, but the defense has to hold up their end of the deal. Count's going to start at 1-0. The pitching game has been sporadic at best since the wind picked up. Oh, what a hit! Foul ball. But man, you can hear that one. She got a huge piece of that. Count moves to 1-1 though. Swung, maybe just a little bit too late. Would have been a line drive all the way out of the fence, but instead goes off to the right-hand side. Count is at 1-1 here for Cox. Here's pitch number 3. Henderson kind of taking her time. Now winds up and got another foul ball. This one off toward third. Once again, that one had some distance on it as well. Nice hit, but it's going to move the count to 1-2. Greer in dangerous territory here. Cox has to proceed with caution. Here we go. Waiting on pitch number 4 as another gust of wind comes through. Really picking up now. Kind of blowing, toward home plate, but also a little bit to the right as well. Counts at 1-2. Starting to get chilly out here too. And time is called. Probably a good decision. Gonna wait and see if this wind dies down a little bit. This has been quite an evening. All right, and here's the pitch. Got a foul ball, so after all that, we're going to keep it rolling. Count remains 1-2. Pitch number 5 coming up. 3 foul balls in a row hit here by Campbell Cox. And Henderson sets her feet, winds up, and they call it strike 3! Great placement by Caitlin Henderson, just inside the strike zone. out of the reach of Campbell Cox, and now Chapman has got a chance to end the game potentially here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lady Panthers on top 13-2 as we gear up for the bottom of inning number 4. All right, bottom of the 4th, so officially halfway through this one, assuming we do get to 7 innings. Chapman, though, in a position, at least, to put this one away on paper. I was mistaken about the run rule. It's not 12 after 4 innings. That's only in baseball. Through 3 innings, it is 15, and then it stays at 15 through 4, and then only after 5 innings is it dropped down to 10. So to put the game away, Chapman would need to get to 17 runs. Count is at 1-1 here for Tid. And we'll wait on pitch number 3. The wind has finally died down, if only for a moment, and I think Cox let go of that one too late. Count's going to move to 2-1 following that. That one needs its frequent flyer miles or something. That had a lot of hang time. And that pitch comes in low. Let go of it a little too early. Count's going to move to 3-1. No outs, no runners on base here for the Lady Panthers. And that one is going to be ball 4. Tid gets walked. And Chapman officially has a runner in play. They've rolled their lineup over for, I believe, the 3rd time today. Sarah Bird up to bat now. Had 2 singles so far. We'll see if she can get another hit in. Not quite sure what the holdup was there. I think we got it sorted out though, and that first pitch is going to go down as a strike. Nice response by Campbell Cox after giving up that walk early. Right down the middle. And Cox gears up for pitch number 2. That one comes in a little low. Tid's going to make a break for second, and they got her. And that is really going to help the Yellow Jackets' cause. Tid is out. No runners on base now for the Lady Panthers. Count is at 1-1, I believe, for Sarah Bird. Yep, counts at 1-1. And pitch number 3 goes down as strike 2. Nice rebound there by Cox. Greer maybe starting to get a little momentum going. They could certainly use it. Here's pitch number 4. And got a, oh, that one's live. Bird gonna make a break for first. It's a mad dash, and they got her too. 2 runners, and 2 batters, I should say, and 2 outs for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Their defense finally stepping it up. They have had some tough breaks so far. A lot of dropped balls, some errors, but they have looked sharp here in the bottom of the 4th inning with their backs against the wall. Abby Miller up to bat now. No runners on base, 2 outs, waiting on her first pitch. Whoa, and that one goes high. Don't think Cox got the timing down on that release. Ball came out late, and that one comes out a little late as well. Too much hang time on 2 straight pitches. Count is at 2-0. Here's pitch number 3, and Miller almost got hit, but they call it a strike. She was standing awfully close to the inside of the batter's box. 2-1 count now. And got a foul ball sent off toward third base. Count's going to move to 2-2. So Greer with a really good chance to get off the field here. See what Cox dials up. This has been a very, very good defensive inning for the Yellow Jackets. Looking to hold the Lady Panthers scoreless for the first inning in this game. It would be the first time they've held them scoreless in an inning, and we'll keep on going. Pitch goes low. Count moves to 3-2. Pitch number 6 coming up. And Miller gets walked. Back to square one. 2 outs and a runner on first with Abby Gossett heading to the plate. We'll see how Cox recovers after, I mean, that has got a sting. Had a chance to get him off the field and instead gives up a walk. Right back to square one. Count's going to start at 1-0 here for Gossett. Here comes pitch number 2. Cox gathers her thoughts, winds up, delivers, got a hit down the line by shortstop. And it will go down as a single. The Greer outfield brings that one in quite quickly. So 2 runners in play now with 2 outs. Emma Wagner up to bat now. Got out on her first trip to the plate and I believe hit a single her second time around. And that one hits the dirt. Count's going to start at 1-0 here for Wagner. Got a pretty good chance to score here for the Lady Panthers, but again with 2 outs and what would be 3 runners in play, or at least 3 runners live if Wagner gets a hit in, do need to be pretty careful because Greer can send it just about anywhere and have a good chance of notching it out. Counts 2-0 here. And got a foul ball. It's going to make it 2-1. Low swing there from Wagner, but she does get a piece of it. And we'll gear up for pitch number 4. And got a swing and a miss there from Wagner. That is strike 2. So Greer once again with a chance to get off the field, looking to hold Chapman scoreless for a single inning in the first time in this game. And got a hit down the line and by shortstop again. They're going to make a break for home and Chapman scores. Abby Miller turns on the Jets and makes it home 14-2. Only a single for Wagner, but an RBI. And Chapman now up by 12. Runners on first and second. Dixie Frady up to bat. 2 outs though, so again, they need to be careful. And that one gets loose for a moment. Gossett tried to take off, but Greer did a good job of corralling that one. Count's going to start at 1-0. and make it 2-0. That one comes in a little high. Waiting on pitch number 3 now. And that one comes in high as well. 3 consecutive balls thrown here by Cox. Counts at 3-0. Bases will be loaded with a walk. Oh, and we got a big hit by Frady into the outfield. It's mishandled, and Gossett will make a break for home, and she's got it, but oh, that was awfully close over at third, but Wagner makes it back in time. Chapman notches another one on. It is 15-2 with runners on first and third. Chrislyn Britt Wilder up to bat. 2 more runs will end the game. And Wilder lets that first pitch go. Good decision. Hits the dirt on the other batter's box. Count will start at 1-0. And got a strike thrown, and Frady makes a break for second, and I don't think Cox ever saw her. Griffin caught wind of it, but a little too late. Counts at 1-1. And got a swing and a miss there by Wilder. Does Cox have one more pitch in her? Greer with a chance to get off the field. 3rd time's the charm. They've been in this exact spot twice. Here's the throw, and off to the outside, so we'll keep it moving. 2-2 count. 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Chapman, I tell you, with a chance to put this one away. And got a foul ball, so keep it at 2-2. Pitch number 6 coming up. Wilder gets one last practice swing in, trying to get dialed in. Here's the pitch. Oh, got a big hit. Catchable ball for the Yellow Jackets. Oh, they dropped it! And they tell Wilder to stop over at second base. I think they're going to count it 17-2, and I think that's it. And they're going to let him keep going. Chapman on top by 15, and the umpire is going to let it roll. Greer calls time. I don't want to speculate, but I think they're going to let another pitcher get a couple of reps in here. Bottom of the 4th, Chapman up by one of their biggest margins of the season against a 4A school, no less. So, good night to be a Panther. We'll be back in a moment. Chapman on top by 15. All right, and we're back. Campbell Cox actually will finish out the game, or at least this inning. Lexi Krivicic up to bat, 2 outs with a runner on second base. So the base is actually just about clear. Chapman has done a really good job of keeping their foot on the gas in this inning. Count's going to start at 1-0 after that pitch from Cox comes in high. And that one is going to go down as ball number 2. A little low. It was right on the verge. The umpire kind of hesitated on that one, but does call it a ball. And here's pitch number 3. Got a hit, and that's going to be a foul ball. Nobody able to catch up to it. And count's going to move to 2-1. Pitch number 4 coming up. 1 strike, 2 outs, and a runner on second. Ryland Sneed on deck. We believe the umpires are going to let the Lady Panthers at least finish out this inning again. I think this is the last home game for Chapman. I'm not 100% sure on the region standings, but I think that after the head-to-head loss versus Woodruff, they will miss out on a playoff berth. So I can appreciate them giving them at least one last hurrah. Though I will double check, because there's a chance that Woodruff might have lost the game. I think Chapman's only 1 behind and got a loose ball. And Krivicic makes it over to first base. Wilder gets to third, and Chapman has a chance to extend their lead even further. Ryland Sneed up to bat now. Yeah, let me check up on the region standings, because, again, I think Chapman was 1 game behind Woodruff, and then after that last one might have fallen behind by 2. But there is a chance that Woodruff might have dropped some. And in the meantime, Krivicic able to steal second base. Count is at 0-1 here for Sneed. And here comes pitch number 2. That one comes in low, and it's going to be ball number 1. Right over the middle of the plate, but just not enough lift. And looks like that one came in low as well. Count moves to 2-1, and looking at the region standings, yeah, Chapman is, unless I think region play is wrapped up for everybody right now. I don't know, Woodruff does play Union twice, and whoa, got a big hit! Chapman notches on 2 more, all the way out toward the fence. It's a double for Ryland Sneed with 2 RBI, 19-2. What a hit. Emily Tidd up to bat now. And not sure if time is called or if that's going to be the game. Yeah, waiting on a signal from the umpire. They're dusting off the mound, so I would imagine they're going to come back. Are they going to call that the end of the inning? Oh, okay, so they say that's out number 3. Emily Tidd left the box early. That's an automatic out, and they have changed the scoreboard to say that it's the 5th inning. We'll be back. It looks like they're going to let him keep going. All right, so Chapman making a handful of positional changes. I don't know that they brought in any new players, but they are shifting some existing ones around. Abby Gossett on the mound, Sarah Bird catching. Abby Miller has moved over to second base. And, yep, I see Caitlin Henderson over on first, which means, yeah, they've moved Dixie Frady to third. They've shuffled everybody around. Here in the top of the fifth, not sure how much longer they're going to let this one go on. I think they're kind of letting Chapman get one last run out of this. This is going to be their season finale. I think they're going to finish third in the region behind Union and Woodruff, so no playoff berth unless Woodruff gets COVID or something. They got COVID earlier in the year. I think it was a basketball game they had to cancel back in January, so I don't know. It's 2021, anything could happen, but playoff berth probably not in the cards here for the Lady Panthers, so they're going to give them a little extra time here in the season finale against the Yellow Jackets. First pitch by Gossett goes off to the side. Count's going to start at 1-0. And that one gets loose. Bird unable to bring it in. And count's going to move to 2-0. Actually, yeah, because, Abby Miller was a senior, also their catcher, so that's probably what they're trying to do. I think they're going to test run a couple of different players depending on how much longer this one goes on, so they can try and get a new catcher dialed in for next year. Got a big hit there by Anderson all the way out to center field, caught by Chrislyn Britt Wilder. Forgot to update the scoreboard. Yeah, there was no outs, only one on the board now here in the top of the fifth inning. So, again, Abby Miller is going to graduate, wanting to become a child psychologist. Certainly a novel goal upon graduation. Though, once she leaves, she is the only senior on this roster, but the Lady Panthers will be without a catcher. So it looks like, at least for now, they're going to test run Sarah Bird and probably a handful of other players in the offseason. One out, no runners on base here for the Yellow Jackets. That pitch from Gossett comes in low. Count's going to start at 1-0. Second pitch is a little off the mark. Count moves to 2-0 here. Here's Gossett's third pitch, and got a swing and a miss. That's going to move it to 2-1. Emma Kate Kirkpatrick at the plate now. Chapman up by 17. And got a hit down the line, had some backspin. Gossett brings it in, makes the throw over to first, and Chapman gets their second out with this new defensive rotation. 2 outs, no runners on base here for the Yellow Jackets. Mackenzie Wilborn up to bat now. Greer's third baseman. Here's the first pitch from Gossett to Wilborn. Got a hit. Gossett brings that one in. Same play, same result, and Chapman gets off the field again. They have shut Greer out for 3 straight innings. And I believe we're going to head to the bottom of the fifth. Not sure. They're congratulating everybody over at the middle there. Hearing some claps, though. I don't know, Greer's heading back out there. Not sure. Yeah, Greer is kind of heading over and getting in a powwow there. So, yeah, they've shut the scoreboard off. I think that's going to do it. Chapman, at least for now, they may call it. We'll leave it on for a second in case they do put this one back on, but the fans are starting to filter out of the stadium. So after the top of the fifth, yeah, we'll call it. Chapman has won in style here in the season finale against the Yellow Jackets. 19-2, the final score. What a performance. What a performance. What a way to close off the season. And certainly a lot to look forward to for Chapman softball. Again, only one senior on this roster, and Abby Miller, a major contributor, so they will have to find a replacement for her behind the plate. But other than that, got a really good core of players on this roster, and I was told that the JV team actually did not lose a single game all year, so probably going to have a handful of freshmen and sophomores moving up from that team as well. Future looking bright here for Chapman softball. We will see you guys, well, I'm really not sure on the streaming schedule. We will see you guys at some point next week. Going to try and get in as many games as we can. I actually have my final exams next week, though I don't have many, sit-down exams, a lot of projects. So hopefully I'll be able to get in as many games as possible, though I don't know which ones are taking place and when. Like, I know soccer had a lot of their playoff matchups this week, but they were all on the road. I know Landrum and Chapman baseball both made the playoffs. I think Landrum's opponent is still to be decided, but Chapman is going to have Blue Ridge. We'll see on Tuesday, but I'm not sure about that. We'll have that game for sure, and any other ones that pop up. Just make sure to keep an eye on Chapman and Landrum's social media pages. We get the streaming schedule out on Monday mornings. So that's going to do it for us. We will see you guys sometime next week. Enjoy your weekend, everybody.